Nanach. We're in the middle of the third chapter. In order for this to elevate these sparks to bring them completion, you need many types of travai and work, labor in the bread. They are all clarifications, selections, one after the other. Canal, like we saw. Because there is the main grasp of the garments of feces. Because the first sin was through eating. Therefore, it is necessary to have great travai, utrachos rabos, and a lot of work. Kodem shemivarim alechem, and before one can properly clarify, select the bread, sheroy lachila, that it should be worthy of eating. Because all these hard works and travai is all because of the grasp of the garments of feces. Therefore, in every step of the clarification, the selection of the bread, it is necessary to go back and to break it and divide it into small selections, pieces. And then it can come to completion. And then we go back and break it again. And so too in every step. As we see, in the beginning, when we sow the grain, the wheat, it's complete. It is impossible for it to grow until it is completely rotted in the ground. And then specifically, it grows from there as stock, complete. And afterwards, it's necessary to split this complete stock kernel, and to remove the grain, the wheat from it, to clarify it and select it from the husks and that are around it. And then the wheat, the grain of wheat, is in the epitome of its completion. But it's still not ready for. It's not proper. It's not ready to be eaten as food. And it's necessary lachzor, to go back ulachalka, and to divide it ulashachaka, and to crush it, to just crush is a better word. Grinding it with a vara misubin, and to clarify it from the bad flax, umorsa, and all this residue of and the pieces of the stalk that are mixed in with the kernel of the grain of the wheat. Vlasus mimena isa, and then we grind it and we make from it, so that we can make from it dough. And then we divide the dough into small portions. And we make from each portion bread, and we cook it we bake it in the oven. And then the bread has reached its perfection, its completion, because it has become a complete loaf of bread. Because then it is ready and it's fit for eating. And it's ready to make the blessing on it, of the blessing of bread. Nimsa, so comes out, after every selection and clarification, even though each selection brings some sort of perfection, completion, It's still not the completion and perfection that's going to be attained in the second clarification. That it needs to undergo another clarification. Like when we see the grain, the wheat in its completion, even though this seems to be completion, complete completion, because the grain, the wheat has already reached its completion and it's ready to be sold as merchandise, as produce, but it's still not the completion that's ready and fit to eat. And before it's brought to its complete completion, that it should be fit to eat, it's necessary to go back and split it up, to grind it, and to weed it, to make this clarification from the flax in it, and to sieve it, and to go through all these processes until it is fit, till we can make bread that's fit to eat. Because before every clarification, the matter is an aspect of half. Because of the garments of feces that are attached to it. Still, like we saw, therefore, even when the bread is complete, to the extent that it's already, we can make the blessing of bread on it, it is still missing its main epitome of completion, which is to clarify it, until it is able to bring satisfaction, fullness, and to give life, sustenance to man, to the soul of man, and to complete his soul, that he should be able to serve the Holy Blessed One, to bless him, to praise him, to praise the Holy Blessed One with the strength that he's going to have from eating it. And that's when the main service is the great service. Like it says in scriptures that the main work of a man is by his mouth, through blessings and the Torah studying that we use with our mouth. Because the main epitome and the main desired goal of the selection, of the clarification, is at the time of the actual eating. Because when we're actually eating, it's necessary to go back, and to break, and break the bread, and to break it into small portions, and to eat it. And when we're eating, it's ground, it's crushed, it's crushed more, the food is really ground up, really good. Through the swallowing, and through the organs, through the limbs that a person has to eat, that grind up the food very much, and it sieves it out, and clear and makes it pure, become a berurim. Goes through all these processes of clarification, as it is known in the science of autopsies, of cutting things up open, until it's clarified and it's elevated from all the food, something very, very crushed up, very refined, which gives satisfaction and fills up and gives life and sustenance to the soul of man. And everything that's left, it's made of complete refuse, and it's like vomit and feces, actual feces. Nimsa sheina machal nisbar midgalim soy mamish. So it comes out that the food is not completely, it's not clarified from the garments of feces. Kim b'soch kufa adam, only in the body of a person. Sha'az daika nechlak v'nisbar kol kach, because then specifically it's split up and it's clarified to the so much so ad shenivshav v'nisbar v'nidcha psolos hagomer v'nasa kitzila, until it's removed and it's clarified and it's pushed away from it, all the feces, all the garbage, which is actually made into vomit and feces. Vatov vazach, and what's good and pure, olo machayas adam, goes up, is elevated, and then gives sustenance and life to the person. Therefore, it's necessary to make the blessing on enjoyment that we eat with great intention from beginning to end. And specifically the blessing of bread, which is the main life of a person, that we make before the eating of bread, the blessing hamotzi, he brings out the food. And after eating, we make 3 blessings, the after blessing. Because the main clarification and selection and completion is at the time of the eating. Therefore, our sages of blessed memory were very specific in the matter of the breaking of the bread. Because the blessing of the bread is necessary to beautify and to make the blessing on a complete loaf. Which is the aspect of fear of God, because that's where completion is. Because where there's completion and fear, that's where the blessings come from. Like an aspect of it says in the verse, that the fear of God blesses. From having fear and this completion, we could come to bless God properly. Because at this stage, when we're actually eating the bread is completed. And it's clarified and selected from all types of refuse. Shemot v'tevin v'subin umorsan, from the flax that are on the grain itself. All types of adjectives here for different types of particles that are grown with the grain. Shekulam nimshachim, that are all drawn mibchinas begadim soim. They're all drawn from this aspect of garments of feces. Shubchinas palgakna, which is the aspect of half, like we saw. V'ata, and now kvar nisbar alechem, the bread is clarified from them. V'nasa b'vchinas shleimus, and it has reached the aspect of completion. Shialechem, which is the bread. Sha'az yigia l'shleimuso k'roy l'achilas adam, because then it has achieved its completion. Now it's ready, because now it's fit for eating. V'alkin tzrichim l'hader achar sholim v'chanal. So therefore, it's necessary to beautify, to go after, to make the blessing on a complete loaf. And then we make the blessing of the bread. And the main blessing is through having this fear, and which is through having this completion. But right away, when we're making the blessing on the bread, it's necessary to immediately break the bread. Because now specifically now really starts the clarification and the selection, which is done through the actual eating. Because now specifically is the selection and the clarification from the garments of feces, which is the selection and the clarification which is done in the actual body of a person. Because then specifically the food gets its epitome of its clarification. That the real wondrous good that gives sustenance and life to the soul of the person is elevated. And the refuse is made complete refuse and garbage, vomit and feces, until it's rejected and sent outside. Nanach